Mancow TV continues. Anchorman in training, Mancow Muller, outside our studios on the Fox Plaza with Michelle, getting a little weather forecasting training as well. Mancow?
It seems fine out here. Back to you.
No, you need to do more, Mancow.
Oh,
we need a 5-day forecast.
You know what? Wait. I have to tell you, as a viewer, I watch you guys in the morning. We have you up in the studio. What's always great is every Friday we count down the days. We have an advent calendar with her picture. It's always Leather Day on Friday.
Right.
Viewers to the show, no, look at this. Look at that. All right, very nice.
Okay, so now it gets back serious after that.
You're the anchor host. Toss to her.
Wait, are they
Okay, I got to talk to her?
Yeah, toss to her.
How did Mancow...
Can I buy you a drink? You come here often? What's your sign? Okay, hi. It never works at the bars either. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
How are you? It's
I'm
good
good
to see you. So, like, I want to know where Mancow came from. Why are you a cow and a man? What's it got to do with, you know?
Mancow is a French word that means big udder. Thank you.
See, you never knew. We've been educated. So
How's the hair looking? I don't know.
You know, I think a
Dave
side
Navarro
part
is a good-looking
doesn't
man.
work
See,
for
there's
you.
a reason I'm on the radio, because I'm an ugly, ugly human. Look at me. They put the ugly guys on the radio. This is cruel to me.
Self-deprecating humor. You're not ugly.
No.
Okay, let's go ahead. We're
Yes.
going to talk about the
Yes.
forecast. Show us the maps, please. Oh, we're actually going through the entire forecast? I thought we were just going to do daily planner. Okay, let's roll through it. Go ahead. Cloud cover out there around the lakes. We've got clear skies to the west, over the mid-Mississippi Valley and down through parts of the southern plains. Showers and thunderstorms not coming our way today. Mancow, go ahead and give some temperatures.
51 in Waukegan, 48 somewhere I can't
Aurora.
read, and it's like 47 in DeKalb.
There you go. And
They
we've got...
should just show the leather pants. I'm telling you, it's better ratings if they just show your leather pants. Get off the map.
Hot by the weekend,
yes.
with the sunshine returning in the forecast high up to around 70 degrees. Let's fly through that daily planner, guys. Let's go ahead and just
Here
shoot
we
that
go.
thing up there. Throughout the course of the day, we're going to have forecast highs that climb up into the 60s with some sunshine on the 7-day. Check it out, Mancow. You always ask about the warmth for the weekend. We've got forecast highs up through the 60s.
Not very good.
Close to 70 degrees. Well, actually, we didn't show that 7-day, but by the weekend, we're talking up to around
Very
70.
nice. Very nice.
Very nice. So give us a catchphrase, something that we can associate with the Mancow.
What do you mean a catchphrase?
Mine is, see ya.
Listen or die's a good one.
Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm going to start using that one. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, guys.
See, really
Cameron, you
nice
wait till you fill in for me in an hour. You'll see how easy that is.
Payback's
See,
coming up.
you have a guy named Turd working with you. At least I have normal people. I give you the good gig.
You don't know what they call me off camera.
I
Just as
know what I
bad.
call you. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go to Sheila, who's the
Chorizo
only
Grande.
person who's safe from Mancow TV because she's in Air 5.
The only safe one, Sheila.
Good morning to you guys, but you know what? Don't have him leave. I want to show you guys this because he's feeling all bad because he had to shave his facial hair.
Right,
And
right.
he's
That's
like
just-
freaking out.
He's just looking for sympathy.
You guys,
my,
take
look
a look
at
at this. So see, Mancow, now look, you can
Nice.
regress back and you can take a look at your old self and do you feel
Save a
better
damsel
now?
in distress.
That is outstanding.
at that outfit.
There are subliminal messages in the billboard, but we can't tell you what they are.
Uh-oh. Okay, I trust you.
I saw The Matrix, by the way. I saw Matrix Reloaded. And
Okay.
You
It's
think
not
for
very
that?
good. It's
Well, I
not
just-
very good.
I just want you
What?
to know you
Save
look.
the $10.
Okay, let Sheila talk. Go ahead, Sheila.
No, I just want him to know that he looks good both ways.
I love you, Sheila.
Okay, love you too. All right, guys, let me show you what's going on in traffic land. This is what's happening on the roadways. We are looking at the Kennedy, and if you're coming in from the airport,
Well,
to downtown-
Mancow's coming back from the plaza, and we're going to give him a shot at actually reading some news stories.
Also coming up, did you know Mancow's also an author with a new book that gives us a real look into his
The
personal
president
life.
is urging quick passage of a final version.
We have a bizarre story this morning from Denver where the patrons of a health club kept working out even after a man had died. 55-year-old Ron Roberts collapsed during an early morning workout. His body was left in the club for over 2 hours as police tried to determine how he died. The whole time, people just kept working out just a few feet away. The club says it is saddened by the death, but it is not at liberty to discuss the details of this case.
Maybe the smile at the end.
No, the smile? Okay.
Maybe lose the smile
That's
at the end.
I'm a virgin to that. That was my first time doing a real news story.
How do you feel?
Well, I'm no Walter. Walter's a god to me. You people don't understand. Small G, but Walter's an amazing man. I mean, to be here, is this his chair?
No.
No, okay.
You don't get the chair that Walter sits in this early in the game.
All right, I
You
understand.
gotta work your way
David
up to it.
has that chair right now. And what's up with the lean?
What's that?
You were leaning into
Oh, no,
it.
the lean is bad? The lean is bad?
You
Okay.
gotta find your own space.
Bad posture's not a problem when I do, my stupid radio show, so I'm not used to this. Okay. Is the posture better? How's this?
Button that.
Okay.
Now, you can't
Well,
comment on a story
my
after you
pants are-
finish it, by the way. You know,
Okay.
I mean, here you are looking like a funeral director. You got a guy dying in a
You
workout
ready to
place.
pick up the body?
Yes, let's go. Do I look like I'm about 4? I look like I'm about 14.
You look young. You look young. Well, let's talk about something else, though. Hold on.
You know, besides radio and TV, you're tackling a new book, and it's
Yes.
a serious topic that you actually get into here.
Absolutely.
Another side of you.
You have a new book. The book is actually called Dad, Dames, Demons, and a Dwarf, My Trip Down Freedom Road. Very interesting, and it will be released next month.
Wow.
And what made you decide? We've talked about
I
this
haven't.
book.
That's the first time here today that I've seen the cover.
Yeah.
The way that was
What
great
do
to
you
see the
think of
cover.
it?
That's my. I don't know if you can show it again, but that's my dad there. And anyway.
You actually have that picture of your dad
Hanging in my
the
living
car
room.
in your house.
You know, I had this book. I wrote this book as therapy after the death of my father. I lost my father 5 years ago to cancer. And I went to HarperCollins. There was this big party for the Fox News Channel. Bill O'Reilly was there, and Shepard Smith, and all these people. And this woman named Judith Regan, you know who she is, the publisher?
No, I don't.
HarperCollins. She comes up, she goes, "You're a really kind of a weird, interesting cat. I'd love you to do a book. Have you ever?" And I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I've already written a book. It's at my house. I've got it." And I never intended to publish this. And I started to tell her about it. She says, "Oh no, not another one of these, Generation X guys that hates their dad. We've had enough of that." I said, "No, I loved my father."
Yeah.
Death ends a life, but it doesn't end the relationship, which continues on in the survivor's mind. So that's what the book is about, and it's a love letter to my dad. Losing a father is the toughest thing that a man can go through.
Yeah, my father died the same way. Died from cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talked about this before,
Yeah.
I mean, immediately I can relate to you on
Yeah.
that stuff.
What about this title, though? Where does the title come from? Dad, Dames, Demons, and a Dwarf, My Trip Down Freedom Road.
See, I freaked out. I had kind of a nervous breakdown. I went to Amsterdam. I did all kinds of crazy stuff, and that's what this is about. It's a journey to find myself. I suffered a nervous breakdown, all kinds of things that are in there. And it's just some of the things that are in the book.
How did
Dad,
you keep
Dames,
that quiet? I mean, you had a nervous breakdown. You were going through this turmoil, but you were still continuing to do
I'll
your
tell you,
show. How did you?
I had a
cover
tough
this from
time.
the
When did your
public?
dad pass away?
About 9 years ago.
Were you on TV at that time?
Yeah.
Was it tough for you?
It was impossible.
It was
But
impossible.
you're dealing with this publicly, both you're on television, you're on radio, dealing with this. How do you manage to do that?
I had an interesting thing because I now had to take care of my mom. My parents hadn't planned very well, so I had to take care of my mother, so I had to keep working. And it's like, okay, go be stupid for 5 hours, go do your silly little radio show. And it was tough. I mean,
Would you
it
go
was really
home
tough.
and just go into this shell and literally go from Mancow to
you
this?
know, I did, and I was crying a lot, and I was freaking out, and I went to a psychologist. I'm not a big fan of psychologists, but I thought, this isn't right. And I sat down with a guy, I said, "Tell me what's going on with me." And he said, no, this could take years. I said, no, tell me. He goes, "Well, that's not what psychologists do. It could take years." I said, "Look, I'm paying you. I want to know.
Right now.
Talk to
Give me
me.
an answer.
Tell me right now." And he said to me, he goes, "Look, your dad just died. You thought about him every day for 30 years. You're going to continue to think about him. There's nothing wrong with you." And like that, I snapped out of it. But it's all in here in the book.
I bet it still hurts. You know, I got to tell you something, though. Look at the people who are quoted in this book.
Yes.
You know, this is what I love. John Travolta
Which
says,
blew me away.
Mancow is the man of cool, and everybody knows it.
Right.
William Shatner, Mancow's voice is here in this book, raucous, irreverent, and probably illegal.
I love
I
Shatner.
love this Michael Moore quote, "A free voice that must be preserved."
I'm not a fan of Michael Moore, but
I know, but he's a
did,
fan of yours.
You know, a lot of these guys have read the book, and they said very good things about it. The Sun-Times is going to be running a couple of pages, and it comes out on June 3rd. So
Now, do you have brothers and sisters?
I got 2 older brothers, and that's in there. I mean, the cruel things that they would do
What
to
do
me.
they think about the book?
You know, they haven't read it yet, and I'm a little bit nervous that this could have a bad effect on my family. I'm the little guy. I used to have blonde
That's you in
hair,
the front?
and there's my brother Mark with his pet raccoon Rascal, and there's my brother John.
Oh,
and-
you have issues.
my
and,
goodness.
you know, they used to beat the heck out of me like older brothers do. They closed me in a folding couch one time for 6 hours and sat on it.
And what's wrong with that?
I love the story about
Yeah.
you guys sold honey. You like little kids out selling honey. They
I
were
come
so
from a poor
poor
family. We used to go door to door and sell honey. My dad had an apiary.
This is in
so-
Missouri?
How, you,
Yeah. I fell off the turnip truck into Chicago, scared to death.
how did you get in radio?
I got into radio because I was doing some Shakespeare in college, and I was making up my own lines for Shakespeare. And the director said, "You idiot! You can't make up Shakespeare. You don't change this." And I thought, you know what? I want to have my own voice. I want to do my own thing, and that's how the radio show began, because I wanted to have my own voice.
Okay, well, you can
So-
meet Mancow and his voice at a book signing Tuesday, June 3rd from 5 a.m. until noon
that's the
at
look
the
we like.
Borders on State Street.
I
What
missed
a
the
look.
goatee.
Also, later in the day at 7 p.m., Mancow will be at Walden Books in Orland Square Mall. You've got a busy day because you're going to take me over to Q101
That's
after
right.
this show.
That's
so
right.
all of this
Trading
today.
places.
You're coming over.
You're coming
Everybody's
with us?
coming over. Oh yeah, everybody's coming.
David's like, I don't know.
You invite me, I'll be
And
there.
the governor who wouldn't do my show, you know, the governor, your Mancow, yeah, click. The governor's
I
coming on
called him
today
and
with
he said he
Tamron.
would
So
come on and talk.
All right,
So-
well, we have much more of Anchor Mancow coming up.
That's right. One of Eric's don't get that close to me. One of Eric's buddies is stopping by.
Eric, stop touching me.
You may recognize him from the Jerry Springer Show. It's
Oh, he's a
Steve.
stud. He's a stud.
And he's actually trying to get his own show. We'll talk about it with Mancow and oh my gosh, Bruce. Are you ready for that?
I don't know if anybody's ready for Bruce.
Hey, listen, when you guys make the big bucks like Mancow, how do you spend all that money? Well, coming up at 8:35, he and Dr. J will get together with some of the tricks of wheeling and dealing and pricing memorabilia.
And later at 8:55, we're all learning how to salsa dance. Even Mancow's lovely bride will join us out on the Fox Plaza. It's going to be a
better
big
and
party.
better.
Come on down. And remember, we're going to announce the winner of our Teen Idol contest. We'll see who's going to Hollywood for the big American Idol finale. Please stay with us. We'll have more, believe it or not, news, weather, traffic, all the important
Steve.
stuff, and fun.
Welcome.
We'll be right
Watch
back.
out, chairs may get thrown in the studio.
We hope that it's just verbal. Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing? And Mancow, you know, you want to have hey, Tony, show Mancow. He's sitting right here.
What, am I sitting wrong?
Well, you know, you don't want to sit like a Kennedy intern.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Oh, my goodness.
do the Diane Sawyer look. You cross your legs the way I do, like Diane Sawyer. There you go.
Looks like Johnny G Man now.
There you go.
I got to tell you, Bruce, real excited here.
Yeah.
Bruce, real excited. You're going to do my show, okay? We're switching after this, and I want a
problem.
little chit-chat. Will you give that to us? Will you? Come on.
He's been barred, I think, but I
Okay.
appreciate it very much.
All right.
Let's talk to Steve.
Let's
shall
talk
we?
to
Or you
Steve.
talk to him.
Hi, Steve. How are you? I thought you'd lead me along here, Wolf. I'm filling in today.
Really?
Could you do Springer's job? Could you do Jerry's job?
Oh, yeah, I could do it.
You could?
Yeah. It's pretty easy. Come on out. What's your
Right.
story?
Jerry always likes to talk about how he thinks the show is stupid. He's kind of ashamed by the show. Do you think it's stupid? Are you ashamed of the show?
Well, I don't think the show is, you know, for intellectuals, but I'm not ashamed of it. I
Right.
love working on a show. It's like going to the circus every day.
Hey, Mancow, they're
Yeah.
giving us the rap signal right now because it's television, so we're basically almost done.
No,
so,
I've got a surprise. Come here. Come here. I've got a surprise. Steve's lover is here. Steve's lover. I brought Steve's lover.
Turn my phone down. Oh, please, Steve. Oh, God. Oh, please, Steve.
No, stop. This is your lover. How can you ignore him?
That's my dad.
How come you don't call him?
Dad, I'm sorry.
Oh, Steve. Please, darling. Please, return my
Steve,
phone
we'd like to
calls.
plug your show that you've got coming up right now. So you've got to be calm in the face of the storm right here.
Steve to the rescue.
When is your show going to happen?
Yes.
It might not now.
Oh, please.
What's it about, Steve?
Love him. Love the little guy.
Please, Steve.
Steve, because we
Give him a
got
kiss. Give him a kiss.
Okay.
Give him a kiss.
Alrighty, we'll take it
Mancow,
back,
we
right?
have to get
Let's go.
rolling to a traffic report because
All
people
right.
have television sets in their cars.
Okay, all right.
You know,
Sit there and be quiet, Dad.
so what is the show about? Could you tell
It's
us about
basically a
that?
spin-off from the Jerry Springer Show, and it's just me helping people in different situations. And we've done some serious, some funny. Today, what's airing on Fox is I actually take a girl to prom.
Oh, great.
So she didn't have a date, and I took her to prom, so that'll air today.
Do you see yourself replacing Jerry Springer once he becomes a U.S. Senator?
Yes.
Mancow asked me to
Yes.
ask that.
I would love to.
Yes.
If that happens, I would love to.
Yeah.
So,
That's terrific.
so then I can make some Mancow money.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He'd be a great host. This guy is really
I think he
good.
would. I think he would.
Well, I appreciate that.
Is Jerry going to run?
He hasn't made up his mind yet. We'll find out this
Are you
summer.
going to beat me up after this camera goes off?
I'm going back to bed.
Okay. All right.
Do we have any more? We have to. How much time do we have left in this interview? None. No time left. Okay.
All right, now get this guy away from me.
Okay. Well, I think we fulfill the SEC requirement of a midget and a shock jock for the segment.
Person
So
of small stature.
Yes.
You don't want the
I'm
letters.
sorry.
Trust me.
That's all
right. He's wearing fur on top of it. It's terrible. Yes.
You know what? He tore up our set. We're going to tear up your set, Mancow, when we get to your nice little posh studios. Look what you did to that flower arrangement.
What? I did. This guy did it.
I didn't do it.
That's mud floors. They give us beautiful flower arrangements, and this is what you do to your company, and you ruin our home.
I'm sorry.
Put them all back, man.
I'm sorry. I'll fix it, Tamara.
You're like the teenagers in the suburbs.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Man, Tamara, what they need is midnight basketball.
Alternatives. Why aren't there alternatives to these
There are
shop
people from
jobs?
Englewood who will not send their children
Exactly.
to shop at Northbrook Court now. It's terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you,
bad.
guys.
Yeah.
I think we'll better for that segment. I don't know.
No, he tore up our set.
It's all right. Payback is coming. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, the Anchorman Mancow experiment continues after a break.
This experiment's going afoul. He's a big memorabilia buff. He finds some great collector items and some things. You know, he and Dr. J, he would be Mancow, and Dr. J get together to show some of the best websites for trading collectibles.
Oh, unbelievable stuff.
look at
I
this.
saw a little bit of the tape of this, David, of what you did when you went through Eric's house, and it's unbelievable.
What is that? What do you have
Look at
there?
this, an original.
This is Dr. Smith's. This is Dr. Smith's costume from Lost in Space. This is Roddy McDowell's costume from Planet of the Apes, 1968.
How much did you pay for that one?
This, you know, a
where'd you
couple
get
of $1,000
Couple of
about 10
thousand.
years ago. It's probably worth about $50,000 to
Where did you
$100,000
get it?
now. I got it from a place called Western Costume.
Okay.
This is another old sci-fi costume. I have hundreds of these things, and they just continue to go up in value.
What's your most recent
The most
purchase?
recent thing I bought, which I love, is, well, I love Lost in Space. I don't know if you, oh, William, remember the old show? I wasn't alive for the first run, but I love it when it was in reruns. But I bought the bridge, the control panel from the Jupiter 2 spaceship, and it was reconfigured to be the Bat computer from the old Adam West show. So that's my most recent thing.
Now, did you use eBay? Have you ever sold anything on eBay? Bought anything on any of these websites?
You got to be careful on eBay because you never know what you're going to get. I would never buy an autograph off eBay because the thing about autographs is you have to have provenance. So you want to meet the guy that got the autograph, that has the picture of, you know, like a Beatles autograph or something. You want to see this guy getting an autograph from the Beatles because people fake autographs.
Well, John, let me ask you, what are the good things about eBay? We've talked,
Well,
I bought things from eBay
eBay has
before.
exploded the value of collections like Mancow's here because, I mean, these were things in 10, 15 years ago, private collectors would have these big collections and they'd value it at one price, but there was no liquidity. If they had to sell it, they'd have to find somebody, you know, another collector by telephone, find the guy, maybe get him to bid or whatever. Now, when you've got all these internet sites like eBay, and there are a host of others specifically to Hollywood memorabilia, which this clearly falls into, comic books like Nicolas Cage, you know, Lisa Marie made him unload his comic books. Well, if you go to like allstar.net or some of these spots, you're going to find great sites with great information about what is that collection worth. Nicolas Cage got like $88,000 for, I think, Action Comics #1, and a lot of the stuff that Eric just talked about, he bought it for $2,000, maybe it's worth $50. He puts it up on eBay or one of these sites, maybe he gets $100.
But
I
you
mean,
have to be-
the market values it that day, so this brought liquidity to an area of investing that didn't used to have that kind of liquidity
What do you
before.
need to do to protect yourself? I know even Eric has made a bad purchase or things he liked at the time but didn't. What's the little space kid in your house?
Oh, I have oh God, thank you. I have Twinkie the robot from Buck Rogers, and that stupid thing I got ripped off on. But boy, Buck. But you know, look, I still have the collectibles. After 9/11, I lost a bunch of money, like everybody did in the stock market. But these things continue to. I mean, the Forbes family, everybody is into these things. It's kind of hard to sell them right now because people don't have a lot of disposable income. So I don't know that they're going up in value right now.
Do you buy any of this to sell?
No,
You just collect it,
No,
right?
I buy it because I love it. I feel like
You
look,
don't
these
care
are
what their
these are the
value is
monkey
to you?
shoes from Planet of the Apes. I feel a little bit of Roddy is rubbing off on me there. You feel a little bit of the magic. You feel a bit of the movie. If you like it, it's great to have that stuff. And
his advice is the best. If you're talking about autographs in particular, easily forged, either watch the person do it or get provenance from some reputable folks.
Buy what you like.
Exactly.
Buy what you like anything else. You're enjoying doing this. You're making money at it. Do what you
I
love.
love Lucy. I'm going to go on and try to get some Lucille Ball.
Oh,
A lot of
lots of that.
A lot of fakes.